Have you ever been a part of a work where you could see the blessings of God in a powerful way? I mean, blessed in such a way you felt it was all you could do to hold on to God's coattails. Well, I have, and it's a journey I feel so blessed to be a part of. Hello, my name is Lee Hodges, and I'm president of Hope Springs International based in Hendersonville, Tennessee. The last 6 years have been filled with amazement and gratitude for what God is doing through Hope Springs in Donamanga, Chad in Central Africa. I vividly remember receiving an email from our Director of Operations for Africa in February of 2009 as he described the suffering and death in Donamanga. A feeling of helplessness came over me as I read these words. Sir, there has been an SOS from the Christians and people of Donamanga in southern Chad. The community at the present time is being devastated by an epidemic of diarrhea disease and cholera due to the lack of clean water and malaria due to the lack of bed nets. The community has lost about 600 people within the last 6 months, mostly children. The words mostly children hurt the most. Later, I learned that there was a 50% death rate of children under the age of 5 because of the problems that he mentioned. Hope Springs International had no plans to work in Chad, even though our base of operations was just across the border in Nigeria. Chad's major language was French and had kept it off our radar. We did not have funds to help, and we had no idea where God would eventually lead us, but God heard the prayers of the Christians in Donamanga. 6 years later, it's amazing to reflect on what God has done since that SOS. Medical and evangelistic campaigns have been conducted, numerous people have come to Christ, churches have been established, and villages continue to call for someone to come to their village with the message of Christ. 16 out-of-service wells have been repaired, and over 30 new wells have been drilled. The Jordan Health Center was built and stocked with life-saving drugs and mosquito nets in 2010. A much-needed 1,600 square foot expansion of the center was recently completed. This new addition contains 2 wards with 4 beds each for inpatient treatment and a safe, clean place for women to give birth. On average, 600 to 700 people are treated each month, the majority being women and children. An orphanage completed in 2001 now provides care for 63 children. The orphanage is located inside a walled compound with its own well. Vocational training in agriculture, animal husbandry, and other skills is soon to be added. A primary school was established in 2011, and its initial enrollment has grown from 95 to over 650 children. With the repaired and new wells, children who used to spend their days securing water for their family now have time for school. Classes are presently held in overcrowded thatch huts, but despite these challenges, these children are being taught French, English, and the Bible as a part of the school's curriculum. New school classrooms are being constructed as funds are available. Our trailer-mounted well drilling machine, made possible by a generous grant from a local foundation, is now in Donamanga, ready to continue our well drilling program. If God can do this in one of the most remote places in all of Africa, He can do it anywhere. This whole experience has taught us that what we saw as an obstacle, not speaking the French language, was no obstacle for God. Based on what we have seen God do over the last 6 years, we continue to follow His lead as we develop an even greater vision for the future. Everything we do at Hope Springs is designed to empower people to be independent. As the old adage says, we teach people how to fish, not just give them a fish. Our objective is to meet needs in their order of importance. Water is the most basic need, followed by medical, agricultural, and educational needs. The final step is microfinance for small business startups. We believe that God has given Hope Springs International an opportunity to bring lasting change to an entire generation in southern Chad, as well as our work in northern Nigeria. There's so much more to this story, so I hope you will visit our website at hopespringsint.com. We're actively seeking others to join us in our mission of bringing lasting change, one village at a time.